Maybe you promise yourself just 15 minutes a day. One night you're tired, so you skip it. No thunder, no lightning, no disaster. And that's exactly how everything starts to fall apart. The silent beginning of neglect. Neglect never announces itself. It doesn't break down the door or make noise. It shows up quietly and asks for something small. Just one excuse. Just one delay. Just one night off. And the danger isn't that single decision. The danger is what that decision teaches you. It tells your mind, this is acceptable. And once something becomes acceptable, it becomes repeatable. Why small things matter more than big ones. People think failure comes from big mistakes. It rarely does. Failure is usually built from dozens of small things ignored. A skipped workout, a call not returned, a task postponed, a promise made and quietly broken. Nothing collapses overnight. Neglect prefers to work in silence. It hides in routines, in habits, and I'll do it tomorrow. The real cost of neglect. Neglect doesn't send you a bill right away. That's why it's so dangerous. If every skipped responsibility came with an invoice, we behave very differently. But life doesn't work that way. The cost is delayed. And when it arrives with interest, missed opportunities, broken trust, and worst of all, a quiet loss of confidence in yourself. When you stop trusting yourself, at first, nothing seems wrong. You skip one commitment, and the world doesn't end. So you assume you got away with it. But slowly, something erodes. Your belief in your own word. Your confidence that you'll follow through. One day you wake up and realize you don't fully trust yourself anymore. And that's a heavy price to pay for just one small slip. Drift, the most dangerous force. Nobody wakes up and decides to ruin their life. Decline happens by drift. Miss one day, then two, then a week. And suddenly people say, I don't know how it got this bad so fast. But it wasn't fast. It was slow, and then all at once. Why neglect accelerates. Neglect has momentum, and momentum moves downhill fast. Skipping is easy. Discipline is uphill. Neglect rolls on autopilot. That's why getting back on track feels harder the longer you wait. The mind starts telling stories. You've already missed so much. What's one more day? And just like that, excuses become habits. Habits become identity. Identity becomes destiny. Catch it early. Here's the good news. Decline starts small, and so does recovery. It's easier to pull a weed when it's a sprout than when it's taken over the yard. You don't need to fix everything today. You just need to stop the slide. One small discipline, one kept promise, one intentional action. Consistency beats perfection. Consistency is not perfection. And that's where most people get stuck. You don't need flawless days. You need faithful ones. Showing up when you feel like it is easy. Showing up when you don't. That's where change happens. Discipline doesn't wait for motivation. It acts first, and confidence follows. The snowball effect. Life works like a snowball rolling downhill. At first, it's small, almost invisible. One push-up, one page read, $1 saved. It doesn't feel impressive. But keep it rolling day after day, and suddenly it has weight. Momentum, power, small actions repeated, create massive results over time. Neglect has a snowball too, but neglect rolls too. One skipped workout, one unhealthy choice, one ignored responsibility. At first, nothing changes. Then energy fades. Confidence drops. The gap between where you are and where you wanted to be grows wider. Same system, different direction. Identity is built daily. Every time you do what you said you would do, you deposit into your self-respect. You build a reputation with yourself. I can count on me. Every time you don't, that account slowly drains. Consistency doesn't just change results. It changes who you believe you are. Starting again. Everyone slips. Everyone drifts at times. What matters isn't yesterday. It's what you do today. Start small. Pick one thing. Do it daily. Track it. See the wins. Let progress rebuild hope. Momentum doesn't care how slow you start, only that you start. Discipline versus regret. Closing message. Life charges everyone. The question is when you want to pay. Pay the cost of discipline now and earn freedom later. Or avoid it now and pay the cost of regret later. Both are prices. Only one builds the life you want. So don't let neglect have another quiet victory. Start small, stay daily, and let momentum work for you, not against you. The lie of later. The most dangerous word in the language is later. Later sounds responsible. Later sounds reasonable. But later is where dreams quietly go to sleep. Later is how goals lose urgency. Later is how discipline gets postponed until motivation never comes. And most people don't fail because they quit. They fail because they keep saying, I'll start later. Discipline when no one is watching. Your life is shaped in moments when no one is watching. No applause, no likes, no validation, just you. And the decision to either show up or slide back. Those private choices are the real votes you cast for your future. And over time, those votes decide everything. Final wake-up call. One day, you'll look back and realize this was the moment. Not the big opportunity, not the dramatic failure, but the quiet decision to stop neglecting the small things. Because the future isn't built in big moments. It's built in ordinary days, handled with discipline. And the life you want is waiting on the other side of consistency.